So what I wanted to do for you today is a video on real versus fake magic cards. What to look for, what you see, what is the difference between a real card and a fake card. First off, real card, usually a cheap card. So this is a real Psychic Venom. This is a real Super Glued Black Lotus. This is a fake Djinn, fake Thoughtseize, fake Sinkhole, fake Imperial Seal. They look pretty real on camera though, all of them. Even though, well, with the exception of that one. But they look pretty real on camera though. Even though you will see that they do have flaws when you're holding them, feeling them, so on and so forth. Some of them are thicker, some of them are more rigid. They have different characteristics. So what I'm going to show you is the cards under a loupe, so that you can see how they look slightly different, discolored. Spots are different. Some of the fakes are pretty good, but if you know what to look for, you can actually identify the difference between fake magic cards and real magic cards pretty easily. Alright, so what we have here under the loupe is the Psychic Venom. You can kind of see how it's got the almost holographic shadow behind the lettering. The black is pretty good. You can see how it's got the dots for the printing. Really good detail there. The kind of looping pattern for the dots. Okay, so if we slide over here to the Super Glued Lotus, that's kind of what super glue will do to a card. You can still kind of see the little pixels and things, but super glue just kind of tears cards to death. You can't encase a card in super glue to protect it forever, so please don't try. Alright, so when we go over to the Imperial Seal, the first thing you notice is the dots are a lot different on the Imperial Seal. The lettering looks different. You look at the black, compare it to the black lettering on the Psychic Venom. Now, this is an unlimited Psychic Venom. They print the black after, so you don't see any of the little rosette patterns, you don't see any of the little dots. If you look at a fake card, you'll notice that right away. It'll jump out, stand out at you. If you go to the Sinkhole, well, you can't even tell what that is. It's like a pretty horrific example of an attempted print of a card there. Yeah, because if you look at like the illustration, copyright, it's supposed to be like a beta sinkhole. Look at the lettering for the Psychic Venom again. Big difference. Go over to the Thoughtseize. See how the black has the dots in there? Not very good. If we go over to the Djinn, kind of see the lettering is really bad. Show you the Lotus again. Super glued, of course. And then, of course, our unlimited Psychic Venom. Kind of see those. I wanted to show you a few things on the backs of the cards so you can kind of see the difference of the backs of the cards. So we have the unlimited Psychic Venom. And right here, you'll kind of notice that pattern. Right here, next to that, before you get to the border, this is a little mystery dot. Typically, it's like blue ink. It's a way to identify if a card is real. But some of the clone, copy, proxy, fake Chinese magic cards, they try to put that little dot there to try to make it look like, oh, I copied this magic card and it's real. And typically you can tell when you look at the borders, the black ink looks completely different on the outer edge. Of course, because it's printed after. Fake cards, it'll be a lot darker, look like somebody wrote it with a Sharpie. So when you're looking at the back of a fake card, the patterns will look a little different, and you may notice there's no mystery dot there. Magically, the little blue dot is gone, and the edges will look kind of weird. If you go to one where they try to mimic a little bit better of a magic card, which this is white core, super thick. There's no blue dot there. White dot, maybe? I don't know what you call that. The edge looks kind of odd. Back of this one. No mystery dot. Back at this one. Little dot there, but is it tan? Is it brown? What color is that dot? I can't tell. It's not the color it's supposed to be, though. Border's pretty good on this one, but... And then your coloring will be off. Also, unlimited card. The coloring will be slightly different for real card versus fake card, no dot. fake card with an attempt at a dot. And there's certain things that you'll notice with the lettering. When you're looking at it. Patterns on a real card. Lettering on a real card. Versus, you know, pattern and lettering on fake cards. One of the other things you'll notice, I don't know how well you can see it on camera, depending on the card, it'll either be like super slick, be super dull. If you go to bend it, you don't have to actually do like a full bend test. But if you go to bend them, they're really, really rigid. You'll know right away it's not a real card. You can feel that it's going to crackle or cause a line or do something funky when you go to bend it. Then you know it's not real. So, again, real card, fake card, white border fake card, white core, black core, blue core. They'll have different thicknesses. You know, some people measure it by weight, the weight of the card. I heard that at card stores. I don't know how true it is. But I hope that helps you a little bit to identify fake cards.